We're back for more
I think
Skyrim,
college is due for a change.
we're doing the College of Winterhold, and it's later, so I feel much better. Zoink. Greetings!
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
I think we should learn something practical.
Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
I have a ward spell, but I've never really used it.
That's what this lesson is for. Perfect time to try it out. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please.
Yeah.
Just up the want anyone else in the way.
Okay, come on, can these two tards get out of the way?
Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up. You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Saarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
Before you even ask, yes, I have an ancestry steeped in magic, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I know Winterhold used to be full of my kind, and no, I don't care that they're all gone now. Does that cover everything?
We haven't been introduced.
No, I suppose we haven't. Brillina Marion of House Telvanni. First of my family to leave Morrowind in a long time. Now I'm here to study conjuration. That's what's important. Not really. Just that it's very, very old. It was one of the first cities of men in Tamriel, I think. Didn't you know? Before the Oblivion Crisis, many elves called Winterhold their home. More visited the college from Morrowind every year. After, growing distrust of magic made life difficult for many. Some left rather than endure the growing hatred from the local Nords. Others returned home after the Red Year, when Vardenfell erupted and caused much destruction. Winterhold itself died in the years between then and now. What's left out there is a husk. Only the college really remains. So far, if only because no one is telling me how great I ought to be. I just want to learn. I don't want to think about what's expected of me. I'd better get going.
Hey, big boy.
You are relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken.
No, we haven't.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. The Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. Entire districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. Most residents of Winterhold abandoned what was left of the city. The college survived, and so here we remain. Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners, or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you,
without the pressures of the
Stavros.
world weighing down on us.
Hello, big boy.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching you, all of you, very closely.
I'd like to know more about the
Now
Thalmor.
that stability has been established between the Dominion and the Empire, we seek only to help Skyrim, to guide its people through this time of transition, to help lead them to a better future. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice. Perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe he will be more trusting.
Supposedly, the book of mysticism of the unfathomable voyage was banned by the Synod. I wonder why.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime.
Recognize my robes
Several
more
if you're
genuine.
talented.
No one pays any attention to the novices. Wow, that's some really heavy armor you got there. If it was any bigger, it'd be wearing you.
Please shut up.
Alright. Remember, when in doubt, aim for the crotch. It helps that my parents were troubadours and we spent every day around performers of all walks of life. Jesters, actors, magicians, and bards, a wellspring of speechcraft that you couldn't help but drink from. It was the jester whom I gravitated to, a Nord man named Otero. Otero was always better with children than adults, probably because it's easier to make them laugh. You see, laughter was important to him. He said it was powerful enough to disarm any foe. The day I stopped wanting to be a jester, I was about 10 years old. Otero had taken me aside one afternoon to practice his new act. It was a great routine. In fact, I was laughing so loud I attracted an audience, a group of bandits. Well, I was terrified, but Otero rose up looking fat and half drunk and warned the bandits to leave or die. The bandits started roaring with laughter. When Otero made another threat, some were reduced to tears. They never saw the blade slide out of his sleeve. I never saw a fat man act so swift. And that's when I learned how disarming laughter really is.
Really makes you think.
Alright then.
Your orders, fearless leader. I suppose I'll allow. If you insist. Yes, my parents arrived in the city long before I was even conceived. They fled Morrowind during the Red Year, when the Red Mountain erupted and the Argonians crossed the border. They were fortunate to have arrived at all. Following the fall of the Ministry of Truth and the destruction of Vardenfell, my father had the foresight to move his entire family to Tyr, the seaport capital of Dres. His ship was the last to leave before the Argonians blockaded the port, but even with Tyr behind them, the soaring fishmen hounded them all the way up the coast. They eventually foundered outside of Blacklight, a Redoran stronghold on the Skyrim border, where they were pulled from the sea by a detachment of buoyant armigers. Unfortunately, Blacklight soon found itself under siege as well, as the Argonians attempted to complete their conquest of Morrowind. Under cover of magic, my parents passed through enemy lines and fled west, though my father's most faithful retainer lost his life in the attempt. By the time they arrived in Windhelm, the war was over, and Morrowind was lost to us. I suppose they were tired of running. Then ask it. That's a stupid question. Will there be any? Then ask it. I suppose that's a fair question, as they're obviously not in the Grey Quarter. My mother died when I was very young, perhaps 6 or 7 winters. Bloodlung got her. There was a bout of it in the Grey Quarter that year, and none of us knew it until she started coughing up red. My father lived on for another 12 years before he followed her. Never was the same, though. A shadow of a mare at the end. No. As far as I know, I'm the only Dres left in Skyrim, if not all of Tamriel. Can we change the subject? Talking about my family depresses me. All right, then.
Grand. Okay.
The local Nords may not like us very much, but they don't seem to mind having access to enchanted weapons and armor. I need some more supplies. Can you help out with that? I'm running low on Grand Soul gems. I need at least 5 more, if you can find them. I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. If you can't, perhaps Urag has a book you can read. My pleasure. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you.
My pleasure.
Some of
That's
us
all.
care for politics. You believe politics.
Alright, let's go ahead to Saarthal. I know that there's a Witcher sword located there, I believe. So that'll be cool. Also don't know why the music isn't playing, but that's nice. We'll also go check out the statue to Azure at some point. Bloop. Bloop. Oof. Owie.
What do you need? Oh, that armor stinks like that.
Let's see if we can sell anything, by the way. And I know she gives us a quest to like beat the shit out of her brother or something.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm
Got any
proof
like
of their
free
ignorance.
Grand Soul gems? Do you happen to have a left leg?
I do what's necessary so we can get by. Have to, since I can't count on my brother for anything. Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top. Take a look.
Oh look, there's a Grand Soul Gem. And like I have no money for it. So that's nice. Okay. You can have like this cup and like this bowl. And I have 4 hip bones, Jesus. And 6 rib cages. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Oh. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can't deconstruct this, and I think Atvir has something better, so you can take that and take this. Yeah, I guess that should be good.
If you're looking for Ranmir, he's either passed out in bed or working on...
Alright. You too.
My brother's a good-for-nothing drunk. We'd have lost the house by now if it were...
Oh yeah, we should probably be doing these at some point. Ooh. I have a ton of Falmer ears. One was Slay. Dustman's Cairn. Okay. And the other one was Falmer ear. What? I thought I already had... Oh, I guess I must have used them. Shit. Oh well. Let's go into the Frozen Hearth. I think there's at least 1 or 2 I can do here.
Describe the smell. Like some horrible monster was turned inside and exploded. What did you do? It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it. Future improvements. This is why people have a problem with your college now.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
Okay. Help wanted curator Morales is seeking able-bodied adventurers to seek out and recover lost artifacts of historical relevance for the soon-to-be reopened Museum in Solitude. Anyone interested should apply there in person. All deliveries of the authentic artifacts will be well compensated.
The fire. Take a seat and get the... If there's anything you need, just let me know. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college. Though even that's dried up some. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face. Make you look completely different. Do you believe that? Good day.
Meme worthy. Okay.
Welcome. Let me know.
Oh, hey. Melindra's satchel.
I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Some mead if you
My
have
days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to stay close by. No, gods no, not for years. I left Winterhold for some time, and returned to stay here at the inn. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues. So you wish to master the arcane arts?
The Frozen Hearth. That doesn't sound very inviting. Although mages might appreciate the power.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
There she is.
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's gold wasted, friend. He owes this tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes. Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you. It's not much, but we get by. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then. You mean the inn or Winterhold? Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the least. Most folk packed up and left years ago. A few of us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a living.
Ranmir, I gotta beat the shit out of you.
I'm just trying to have a quiet drink here, alright? Who are you to say what I should do? I'll pay her back when I'm ready. And I told you I'd pay it when I'm good and ready. Calm down there, friend. I'll pay. Tell Haran that she'll have her gold.
Yeah, Just say the word. Thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagger could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you burn them.
Oh yeah, the fucking iron trident. Yeah, he just had a fucking trident with him. Yeah, like this. Yeah, he just fucking had this on him.
There.
Alright. Let's go see what we have. I want under Saarthal. And don't care about that. I can probably do this. Cash I don't give a shit about. Okay. I don't know how we're gonna... Actually, isn't there an exit this way? To the town, or is there not? Yes, there is. What a frozen hellhole. Resisted. Oh shit. Okay.
Bastard.
I'm supposed to go in that way, I guess.
You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet?
Nope.
Ah, this is good. But Jizargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo. Oh yes, Jizargo hopes to find things that will make him a more powerful mage here. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing. Oh, but you are wrong. The only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see it. There is much for Jizargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jizargo will be successful, of this there is no doubt. Swift hunting.
This is exciting, isn't it? Why? Because it's old and full of dead things? Clearly, you've never spent any time in Morrowind. I know I don't like the way he looks at me. I can't tell if he expects me to blow myself up or to try and murder him. But he clearly doesn't trust any of us. Alright then.
Alright, next time, things. Thank you all for watching.